Welcome back to TEDS, my dear friends. The topic that we are going to handle today is goal setting. Goal setting is a very big and vast topic. The topic that we are going to handle today is the principles of goal setting. Before delving into the topic, the principles of goal setting, what do you mean by goal setting and why it is so important? Goals for each and everyone's life is very important. Why? That gives you a thrust to reach and achieve something what you have set as goal. It can be in different perspective. You might have your lifetime goals, maybe 1, 2, 3, and which are divided by immediate and short-term goals. Maybe for example, you want to become a millionaire in 10 years down the line, and what you are going to do, how you are going to do, that is your objective. You want to become a millionaire, that is your goal. But what is your immediate goal and short-term goals? You need to divide your objective, that big goal of yours, into small parts, so that achieving one by one in the destination of reaching the final goal is more important. So division among the goals are also very important. So what is your immediate goal? So what you are supposed to do, and what all the ways and means of achieving that goal needs to be realized. Before getting into the principles of goal setting, we also should know what kind of a goals one should set, the features of the goal. We might have been hearing people talking about SMART goals, smarter goals. Yes, S stands for specific. Your goal should be highly specific. It should not be ambiguous. Second one, M stands for measurable. You need to know your goals should be a measurable, a quantifiable goals. Otherwise, you may not even understand whether you have achieved or not. Then A stands for attainable. You need to attain that goal. It cannot be beyond your capacity or below your capacity. It needs to be attainable. R stands for relevant. The goal should remain relevant to your own background, maybe what you want to do. And T, it is time bound. Any goal with no time element into it cannot be achieved. Normally, it is not a goal at all. You need to have a time bound, time determined goal for any kind of a purpose. For example, you want to tone your body, you want to have a six packs. Maybe people might give, in another 1 year down the line, I should have a six packs. If you are not planning it for 1 year or maybe 2 years, if it is not time bound, you are not going to achieve it. You need to break that into smaller pieces, immediate goals, short-term goals, how to do it, how to reach your destination, the objective, the goal. If it is not time bound, you are not going to achieve it. So these are the features. Before one gets into setting a goal, you need to evaluate whether your goal has all these features or not. And that is very important. Some people talk about smarter also. E stands for evaluate. You need to evaluate your goal on a periodic time. Each and every week or every day, you need to evaluate whether you have achieved your immediate goal or not. And R stands for review with it. Get a feedback or self-appraise yourself. Evaluate yourself and review where you have reached. That is also more important. So these are the things that we need to keep in mind and evaluate whether your goal fits into all these 7 parameters. Principles of goal setting. First one, commitment. Commitment plays a vital role. It is directly proportionate to the level of achieving your goal. If you are not committed, you are not going to achieve your goal at all. For example, you want to be healthy, you want to reduce your weight, you want to get into gym. If you are not committed, you may not take that effort of going to gym and working out for at least 1 to 1.5 hours. Commitment plays a vital role in achieving the goal. It is always said commitment is directly proportionate to the desirable achievement of goals. Another one, this commitment is influenced by two factors. One, the desire of achieving the goal. Two, the ability that you have got through which you can achieve the goal. If they are not to your ability, the goals that you have said is beyond your ability, that also affects your commitment. And if you don't have a desire of achieving the goal, that too affects your commitment. So, what do you need to do? When you're setting a goal, you need to evaluate whether it is of your desire or it is achievable, that is within your ability to reach. These 2 points are very important. Point number 2, clarity. Clarity plays a vital role. Any goal which is ambiguous, which cannot be which is not measurable, which is not that clear, which is not set clear, it's not going to be very easy to achieve. And the commitment also will go down in case if it is very vague. So the clarity of a goal is very, very important. Once you set your goal, and if the goal is very clear, you can understand, you can also evaluate which are the ways and means of achieving the goal. You can determine which are the ways and means. Otherwise, you are not going to understand what needs to be done, and that will affect your goal achievement. Point number 3, challenging. Goals must be challenging yet attainable. It should fall into the capacities of your own abilities. It should not be beyond your capacity. So it should be challenging yet attainable. When it is challenging, it gives you self-motivation. When you start seeing the results, though it is challenging, and you are able to achieve certain things, when you are dividing that into immediate goals and short-term goals, and you are able to achieve it, you feel so happy. When it is challenging, happiness is more. When it is not challenging, it is vice versa. For an example, you want to be fit enough. You have around 80 kgs and you want to reduce your weight to 65 kgs, maybe in down the month of 3 months. So you are hitting a gym. You are doing power workouts every day. So your immediate goal is after 2 weeks, at least you should reduce 1 or 2 kilos. When you see the effect coming on to you, though the goal is challenging, the kind of results that you see in your body, your trousers are becoming loose and your tummy is going inside, and there is a change, there is a toning of your body, that gives more pleasure and happiness to you. So the challenging goals normally give more happiness in return. Point number 4, task complexity. The complexness of the goal plays a vital role in achieving it. See, when you are deciding a goal, you should evaluate what kind of a complexness, what is the complexity of the goal. It is evaluated in 2 ways. One, in timeline. For example, when you want to say, I want to have a 6 packs within a month's time, so complex. It cannot be achieved. And normally when it is so complex and it is within a very limited period of time, what happens? It gives sense and negativity and negative influence to your own mind, and that becomes negative and you are not able to achieve it, and you have a negative, you start developing negativity towards the goal. Another one, the total complexity of the goal that you have decided to achieve. What it means, leave out the time element. If that goal doesn't fit into the ability of your own skills. For example, being a non-technical person, I cannot set a goal to be a technical person in a year's time. It would it doesn't happen. I need to have that kind of a basic quality which enables me to reach that goal. If you don't have that basic qualities and the complexity is more, it adds negativity to your own goal setting. So when you set a goal, you need to keep these things in mind. Task complexity needs to be evaluated and the goal needs to be set accordingly. Point number 5, feedback. Goal setting is more effective with an immediate feedback. When you get a feedback from others, whether it is from others or self feedback, when you evaluate yourself, and that determines, the feedback determines where you have reached and what is the level of achievement, and if there is any kind of a corrective measures which needs to be taken, you can do that corrective measures also. So feedback plays a vital role, but a feedback should be unambiguous and it should be purely objective. It should never have a subjective elements to it. And pure objective feedback helps you to correct midway correction if required, and if you have to add skills to yourself to attain that goal, all those evaluation is possible only with proper feedback system. So feedback is more important to reach the desired goal. So my dear friends, this is what I have to tell you about the principles of goal setting. In the next video, we will talk about the skills required to achieve any goals. Let's catch up in the next video. Until then, bye.